Hey everybody, just hiking along. We're on a little piece of trail in Harper's Ferry, and it's a great day to be here. July 4th, Independence Day. This town is riddled with history, and I've been really geeking out on the history of the town. Especially special, got my family here, my 3 girls. Hi, and the grand fur babies. Yeah, so having a good day, just moving along. And yeah, really geeked out on the history here in Harper's Ferry. And actually I'm in West Virginia now, but right over there is Virginia. That's where I just left. Okay, we're gonna keep moving. I'll catch you in a little bit. Wow, check this out. The trail provides. Just in time for the 4th. Every time I see these plants, I just want collard greens. I don't know what they are, but yeah, it makes me want a big old plate of collards. Okay, we made it to Jefferson Rock, and I'll get a better view in just a minute, but I just wanted to show you this. So we are looking across the river into Virginia. I'm standing in West Virginia now, and they have this nice plaque. Basically, the short story is around 1783, Thomas Jefferson came here, you know, just kind of surveying the land, and ended up on this rock overlooking Shenandoah River as it kind of meets the Potomac River and joins. And he's describing this. He actually sat down and penned quite a long description of what he was looking at and the feeling of the feelings that it kind of invoked with him. But I think the famous thing that I'll remember is that he says the scene is worth a voyage across the Atlantic. And it really is beautiful. This is the rock here. At some point in the 1850s, I believe, they felt like the rock was getting a little dangerous climbing on it, so they put these 4 pillars under it to kind of stabilize it. But yeah, really nice view. The leaves are in, so it blocks a little bit of the river, but you can still see it here. There's the family. My sister Pam joined us. She was waiting up here at the rock for me. Yeah, yeah, that's Shenandoah River this way, looking over into Virginia. And then as you follow it down, I think that might be the Catholic church there. We're headed that way, but I think that might be the Catholic church. And then it kind of meets up with the Potomac there at the bridge. Yeah, it's very beautiful. The kids found a cave down there, and it kind of exploring there. Okay, let me go see what they've discovered. Hey everybody, we're just hanging out here. Oh, there's Paisley. We're just hanging out here on Jefferson Rock, just kind of being in it. And it's such a gorgeous setting. Looking across the river at Virginia, looking down the river at Maryland. It's just, it's amazing. And feeling the history that happened in this area. I thought I'd just sit down and talk a little bit about the history. So yesterday my family came up and we spent the day just touring. We went over to Antietam and toured that battlefield. It's about 15 miles from here or so. And it's hard to describe that battlefield. It's both amazing and tragic and filled with incredible stories, but also sadness and pain. It was our country's bloodiest day in history, that battle. And so it's kind of hard to talk about the feelings that it brought up. It feels like and on some level, just a lot of pain and suffering. And I don't want to say needless deaths, but everything happened that got us to where we are here today in America. That part is the reverent part. But Antietam's about 15 miles from here. We're in Harper's Ferry. And there's a lot of history here. As a matter of fact, a couple of days before Antietam, Stonewall Jackson, the Union soldiers held Harper's Ferry, and Stonewall Jackson was given the orders to come capture it, and he did. He placed cannons on the hills that we're looking at and was lobbing cannonballs into the town. And the Union soldiers retreated, and when they did, they ran right into Jackson's army, and he ended up capturing the largest number of prisoners to date. So it's 12,000 Union soldiers he captured. And he didn't have the means to feed them. He didn't have the means to take care of them. And he knew that Lee was going to be having his battle 15 miles from here. So what he started doing was paroling these prisoners that he had just captured. So he spent some time paroling, basically taking their weapons and getting them out of the way. And then 2 days later, I believe that was the 15th of September, Harper's Ferry. On the 17th of September, I believe that was the 2 dates, Antietam started. And part of Antietam battle, it ended up being a draw between the Union and the Confederate armies. Lee ended up pulling back, and so it was significant that he pulled back. They counted it as a Union win, and I know the kids are like, "Mom, you're geeking out," but because of that, the Union winning that battle, Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation. That was his executive order. That's when he signed it, and that's when he issued it out to the people, stating that if you do not free your slaves by January of 1863, it's going to be full-out war. It's going to be over. So because of that Battle of Antietam, that's when the Emancipation Proclamation came out. It was kind of interesting that Harper's Ferry came out first, a couple of days early, because as soon as Jackson was finished processing these and paroling these, the people that he captured, he basically hiked and ran over to Antietam. I think he made the 14 or 15 mile journey in about 8 hours. So he moved thousands of troops 2 miles an hour. That's amazing to me. I can barely hike that much with a slack pack on. So this area is filled with history. I just absolutely love diving into it. Sarah joined us too. But yes, area's filled with history, and just wanted to share some of that with you guys. All right, I'll catch up with you guys in a little bit.
There's a deer. I just came out from over there. Okay, bye.
Hey everybody, we're still just hanging out at Jefferson Rock, and it's been great so far today. The hike has been really good. It's nice having my family with me, and just wanted to give you an update on my hiking today. Today is going to officially be not only Independence Day and July 4th, but this will be officially my last day on the Appalachian Trail. So yeah, I've made it a long way. 1,000 miles a couple of days ago. I've hiked over 1,000 miles, and honestly, I have gotten everything I asked for and needed and more out of this trail. It has been such an amazing journey. I've seen so many things. I've thought about so many things, and I've grown in so many ways I didn't know I needed to grow. And honestly, the thing I was looking forward to the most is to be broken down and rebuilt many times. And that happened so many times, not just physically broken down. I'm still broken down physically, but emotionally broken down and rebuilt. I love that process. I tend to run through that process in life. And yeah, I'm ready. I made it officially halfway through the whole trail. I feel like I got everything I was looking for. I'm ready to go back to my real life I'm gonna say, and begin new adventures. I have a lot of things planned for the future, and I can't wait to get started. I'm so happy my family came up to hike the last few miles with me. They're gonna finish this part of the trail, and then we're gonna hike into Maryland. So yeah, today's the last day. Today's my Independence Day. So, all right, I'll see you guys in a little bit.
Hi guys, we just wanted to take a moment to share how proud we are of Mom. She started this journey back in March and she's finishing it now here in Harper's Ferry, and we are so grateful that we were able to be here for her last steps. She has hiked over 1,000 miles already, and we are just so proud of her. She has always been one to teach us to chase our dreams, and she is taking this time for herself to chase her dreams. So we are very happy that she has chosen to do that.
Proud of you, Mom.
Love you. Love you.
Okay, right out front at St. Peter's. It's really right on the side of the hill, right down from Jefferson Rock. Wanted to show you real quick what it looks like on the inside. It's absolutely beautiful. There's a few people in there, so I'm going to stop talking now. That's so beautiful. The stained glass windows. Just the architecture is just beautiful. Yeah, it's so nice. Yeah, right on top of the hill at Harper's Ferry. I believe this church was built in 1830. But yeah, and then you're looking down on what's now the historical downtown Harper's Ferry. Yeah, just beautiful. All right, this is Harper's house on top of the hill. He's the man that established this area some time ago and put the ferry in. And we're just going down these steps down to the main street, which is called High Street. But yeah, super cute.
Making the last steps in the Harper's Ferry.
Oh yeah, that's right. Very true.
Did it.
All right, made it to the bottom. This is High Street, and this is a look at the historical downtown Harper's Ferry. This is such a great town. I 100% want to come back here and spend some time. There's a lot of things we won't be able to do today just for time, but they have John Brown's museum. They have a college that was built to educate anyone, regardless of, age, race, anyone that wanted to know how to read. I'd like to be a part of that and kind of venture into that. But yeah, a really incredible town. I cannot wait to get back here. All right, this is John Brown Museum. Actually, it's such a great story, John Brown. And I think this building here on the right, he was an abolitionist saying he would prefer to die than to have anybody in slavery. And so at this point in Harper's Ferry, there was an armory there on that hill. And he actually took control of the armory for a couple of days. He was eventually overrun and then hanged for treason. But yeah, what a fantastic story in our history. Yeah, I do believe that's the place where he was held up for a while. Yeah. Okay, girls, we're almost to Maryland.
Woo!
Hey, we just crossed the bridge into Maryland. It's super beautiful. It's just an amazing spot to end my journey, and so happy to have shared it with my family and with you guys, and I'm just so thankful for all the things that I got on this journey. I really got more than I ever dreamed of getting from this, and I a lot of things happened. And I'm so happy to be reconnected with some of my family. And really, this journey really brought a lot of us together. Not that we were separated, but you just know how life happens and you lose contact. But this journey's been a great pinpoint in my life. And it really has been great to reconnect with my cousins and my friends that I haven't seen in a while, and just know that there's people out there rooting for you and celebrating you, and I've enjoyed it. It's been rough and it's been hard and it's been emotional, and I've broken down many times, but I wouldn't have changed anything. It's been a great journey. Looking forward, I've got so many things to do moving on from here. So this won't be the last time you see me. This is just the first time. There'll be others. Okay, gonna go back to Harper's Ferry, sit down, maybe find some ice cream, and then we've got to head to the airport. Bye, guys.
Better time that day than I did yesterday.
Wow.
And there wasn't anything going on yesterday. It was like not flat, but I was going downhill most of the way.
Right.
I didn't think I was ever going to do that.
I know. Yeah, it's been here for a couple days.
That was great.
My picture just printed out.
That's exciting.
With this, you put no-go or so-go or no?
Oh, you can just
don't
write
need-
this. This is,
That's good enough?
yeah, because it's
Okay,
the
that's
same thing.
right.
It's no go. I thought that's where you come from.
Don't know where it's going, okay?
Like there is city, state, or whatever you want.
That's it?
And after you can put optional thing if you want.
And then if you want to put your email address or
Yeah.
Instagram post, whatever.
Yes, if you want.
Hey everybody, I thought I'd take a few minutes just to show you what's in my bag at the end of the trip. So started out with a really full pack and quickly just kind of pared it down just to save weight and space. And honestly, the day that I mailed my winter clothes back to my family, that was a glorious day. I saved several pounds just by that. But yeah, so on the outside, these are my tent stakes. They're a little bit longer and they just fit better on the outside of the pack. And underneath it is a foam pad. I transitioned from an air mattress at some point. The air mattress was more comfortable, but it made a lot of noise every time I moved. It sounded like a potato chip bag. But at some point I got rid of the air mattress. I was just sleeping on the ground, which was not bad at all. And then in Damascus, I came across this small accordion foam pad, and it's fine too. So I've tried all three: air mattress, cowboy camping, and then just the foam. The foam was perfectly fine for me. But yeah, this is my tent, two-person Big Agnes tent. I love the space in it. I was able to actually sit up inside the tent. It was enough space for all of my gear and me, and I could just roll all over the place. So that was a fine tent for me. I could have sent this back and got a much smaller tent, but it was worth the weight to carry. My bag of clothes, and honestly, compared to other people, I carried more clothes. It was nice to have an extra set of clothes in there, so when I washed my clothes, I didn't have to wear loaner clothes. So yeah, that's quite a few clothes to be hiking. Maybe a bag of food still in there. I got a few things left to eat. I'm sure won't eat those up. And then my stove. Actually, a lot of people sent the stove home to save some weight and space. They started cold soaking their oatmeal and their noodles. But I enjoyed cooking. It wasn't hard at all, and it was worth the wait for me. But you know, in the end, I could have done without this and just eaten a little bit differently. So, always had an extra water filter. This I used the Sawyer, and it was. Hey, baby, what's going on? This is actually made in Safety Harbor, Florida. So I always had an extra one of those. And you want to see that? And yeah, that's basically all that was in the main compartment. I carried all my wet supplies back here. My tarp, my rain gear, I carried that on the outside. And on the inside were a few things that, you know, were pretty special to me. I carry a couple of pictures of my kids that, you know, was pretty special. I accidentally mailed them home one day, but the kids mailed them back to me. I carried my mom's eyeglass holder, and I know it may seem minimal to you guys, but it was very nice to look in my pack and just remember her and think about her. So I carried that with me, and then I carried all the way from Georgia the flag. This was very important to me. I really had no idea that I was going to be ending on July 4th or Independence Day, but it was very significant and very important. Carried this every bit of the way, and just as a tribute to our country and what it means. So, yes, looking around.